there's a man on Instagram claiming to be the future president, a retired Coast Guard, a husband of multiple, as well as having one of the most long-standing beefs with his own son. But let's just start off with his original Instagram. Henry Davis, government official, proud husband of two, remember that, all right? Husband of two, anti-life, gun law advocate, conservative man with two conservative children. I don't know what that means. Trump 2020, of course, you can see that by looking at him. I feel like he's one of them guys. The icing on the cake, a Discord link. Brother, this guy looks like he's mid-50s, bro, with a Discord link in his fucking bio. Is crazy. There's a lot to cover, all right? He's got his multiple wives. We're going to kind of start a little late. This is honestly one of my favorites. Back from sex. You know, gotta announce to all your followers, bro. Just let us all know. This is where it starts. 2 days later, set up camp for tonight. It's not waterproof. Set up a rainwater collector in the open. I'm currently charging my phone using a solar battery thing my son had. I'm in camouflage and scouting the area of any wildlife to kill and eat. I didn't want to bring my rifle, so I put a scope on my Desert Eagle. I make sure to bring my anvil and coal in case I find some scrap metal and want to make any tools. I'm hoping to come across some horses or something to ride because my stuff gets heavy quick. About 30 or so miles northwest, I saw some smoke or something rising. I will be going over there to check it out at sunrise tomorrow. Give you guys any updates. Davis out. I love that part. Davis in and Davis out is honestly hard. I might start using that. Yo, Ian in. Now, next day, April 26, 2020. You could definitely refer to last night as a success. I left my home at approximately 2 a.m. armed and ready. According to the goon I interrogated. I think that's the funniest part. One of my son's emo goons, like, come on, bro. When I arrived, the doors of the mall were locked, so I was forced to break and enter. There was a dim light emanating from the back room. As I approached, I heard the familiar bark that belonged to Douglas. I picked up the speed and ran as far as I could. When I got to the front of the store, I saw him. Douglas was sitting tied to a rack of disgusting clothing near the back of the main store. I instinctively ran to free him when none other than Edward himself emerged from the back room. He was wielding what looked to be a part of a pipe over his head. He brought it down over my back, causing me to fall on the ground. He leaned back to strike again, but this time I was too fast. I grabbed the Beretta PX4 Storm from my pocket, jumped up, and pistol whipped my son in the face. He collapsed unconscious. I returned to untie Douglas and came back to finish the job when a very large screeching sound began to ring through the mall. I noticed 2 of Edward's goons had been watching from afar and had activated an alarm. I decided it was safest to get away as fast as possible, so I grabbed Douglas and left Edward unconscious on the floor. I was able to escape safely before the law arrived, and now making this post back home safely. Hopefully the police will apprehend Edward, as I was diligent enough to plant some hardcore drugs in his pocket. This is all. David out.